From Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, the curtain comes down on the USL League One season as North Texas plays host to South Georgia Tormenta FC. Sean St. Jacques here with you. This game presented by ADVOCARE. Both these teams looking to finish the season strong. North Texas, as it stands at the moment, still have a slight chance of making it in to defend their title in the USL League One Cup Final on Friday. Let's take a look at how they got their chance. The last 5 games, unbeaten for North Texas Soccer Club, +7 goal differential in that stretch. They dropped points only one time during that stretch. The big penalty from Arturo Rodriguez to beat forward Madison last time out was crucial, and after a slow start for the defending champions in this USL League One campaign, they've turned it on. It's been by committee. It's been the midfield doing things like this, cutting open the defense, finishing it off strong, and being able to defend at the back as well. Eric Quill has told us it's been final after final for us just to get to this point and give us a chance. On the South Georgia Tormenta side of things, they've made an adjustment over the last couple of games, and Marco Micheletto is back in the side, not in the 11, but in the 18. We could very well see him tonight. 8 goals this season, lead the team, and he's a great creator for the side as well. But also up top with Phelps. Phelps moving from a defender to an attacking player, and his hold-up play has been crucial for South Georgia Tormenta in their surge to finish the season strong. They have a lot of great creative players in the midfield as well, and Ian Cameron has said they want to spoil the party if North Texas gets a shot tonight to get to the final. Here's how the standings look as it stands right now. If Richmond do hold on to that point they have at the moment, they will knock North Texas out, but there's still a chance North Texas can get into the final and defend their title. A lot on the line in Arlington tonight. North Texas still with a chance to defend their title. South Georgia Tormenta stands in their way. It's the USL League One finale, and it's coming up next.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's ADVOCARE Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you in Arlington, Texas, getting you set for the USL League One finale between North Texas SC and South Georgia Tormenta FC. Big matchup as North Texas still has a chance to get in to the final. Arturo Rodriguez is our Chick-fil-A player to watch. His penalty against forward Madison, however controversial it may have been, was the difference, giving North Texas their opportunity tonight to possibly sneak their way in and get a chance to defend their title. Rodriguez stepped up and was a perfectly placed penalty to give forward Madison their first home defeat of the season, and it's why they've got a shot tonight as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Brought to you by ADVOCARE. We start with North Texas. Arturo Rodriguez leads the line. Of course, Alex Bruce had a phenomenal season for Eric Quill's bunch. as well. That midfield very, very strong, especially keeping possession and passing things around, trying to break down the defense. Nicky Hernandez, by the way, plays after almost suffering a broken nose last time out, so he does make the starting 11. On the other side of things, for Ian Cameron's South Georgia Tormenta, the lineup brought to you by ADVOCARE. Phelps leads the line. He's been a defender for most of the season, but moving him up top has been huge for Ian Cameron's club over the last couple of games, providing them with the success they've needed to finish the season strong and hopefully be a contender in League One for next season. Now let's take a look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Breck Evans misses out for North Texas Soccer Club, and Mike O'Sullivan not in there for South Georgia Tormenta. We're just about underway here from Arlington, Texas. Again, Sean St. Jacques here with you. And we're underway from Globe Life Park. North Texas, the defending champions, against South Georgia Tormenta. North Texas still with a shot to defend their crown. Just before this game kicked off, Richmond conceded late to Chattanooga Red Wolves Soccer Club. Marky Hernandez, in stoppage time, finds the back of the net, gives Richmond the loss, and still has North Texas in with a shout of defending their title on Friday night. Of course, another result has to go North Texas's way. They have to see a drop points from Union Omaha tonight. They are playing Fort Lauderdale at home. At the moment in that game, it is still scoreless. If it stays that way, North Texas have to win, and they're in. They'll go to Greenville, and they'll have a chance to defend their title in the USL League One Cup Final on ESPN Plus on October 30th. So much has happened just in the last 5 minutes of real time to change the outlook of the end of this season. Chance early on here for the roadside. South Georgia Tormenta coming off a 4-0 victory over New England Revolution 2. Oh, it's lovely into the penalty area. Big chance, and it's a big save early on to clear it out of there by Carlos Aviles. It's a corner kick for Tormenta. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra Corner Kicks tonight. And South Georgia Tormenta and their road whites, North Texas Soccer Club, the defending champions in their home reds, hoping to still be in with a chance at the end of the night of getting to Greenville for the title game as a shot comes in from distance, but it's well over the top and an early goal kick for North Texas. As we take a look at tonight's keys to the game, driven by Toyota. North Texas Soccer Club, Coach Eric Cole told us we haven't looked at our phones all day today. We're not going to until full time. We're just focused on winning, and that's what they need to do tonight. They just have to win, hope the other results go their way. They've already gotten one, and they could still have a shot of getting in for a chance at defending the title. For South Georgia Tormenta, last 2 games have been fantastic as they moved Josh Phelps from defense to attack. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep on doing what they're doing. They could have a chance of ending North Texas's season tonight. Rick Quill told us they are going to need some help from the soccer gods tonight if they're going to get a chance to play Greenville for the final and defend their crown potentially on Friday night. One step is complete. Richmond 1, Chattanooga Red Wolves 2. Gives not only North Texas, by the way, Union Omaha still in with a chance as well. If Union Omaha wins, North Texas can't do anything. Union Omaha would go to the championship game. They'd go to the final. And North Texas needs them to drop points, and then they need to win. They can't draw no matter what happens tonight. They have to win to get in and get a chance at Greenville Triumph in the final. We'll be keeping you updated on that Union Omaha game all night. It's still 0-0 last time we took a look, as Fort Lauderdale is giving Union Omaha all they can handle at the moment. Touch there for Arturo Rodriguez for North Texas Soccer Club. His goal in the dying embers last time out against Forward Madison gave North Texas the win, gave them a shot at getting into the final tonight. Of course, there was controversy surrounding whether or not the penalty, or I should say the foul that led to the penalty, was inside the box or outside of the box. Of course, the tough part about that was that there's so many lines at Madison's home park this season for not only soccer, but for American football and for lacrosse as well. So it made it very difficult for everyone involved to see where the foul actually happened. Of course, there's no VAR, no chance to look at the play again. So the penalty was given after consulting with the assistant referee on the far side. And it ended up being given. Arturo Rodriguez, who's been so clutch the last couple of seasons for North Texas Soccer Club this year and last year in League One, dispatched it and gave Forward Madison, by the way, their first home defeat of the season. So North Texas winning at Madison for the first time in their history as well after 2 defeats. It's a good run up that far side for North Texas. It was Edwin Mujama who was flexing his legs. Chance possibly here for North Texas. Comes for a shot and it's flashed wide. Good opportunity for Thomas Roberts after good build-up play from the home side. It's out for a goal kick. Edwin Mujama initially with a really good run down that far side created that opportunity. And just putting a ribbon on the last game for North Texas. Dylan Shore, Madison's coach, came out after, said they were, quote, hard done by the decision. It's the rule. If it occurred in the penalty area, it should be given, but the initial call was their first instinct, a foul and a yellow outside of the penalty area. However, they didn't change it in the end. South Georgia Tormenta trying to change things here, and it was a good run in behind. Arcelin nearly created the chance, thought he was fouled potentially as well, but it's out for a goal kick. Chad Arcelin's been really crucial for Ken Cameron's side the last couple of weeks to finish the season strong. Again, they got off to a pretty slow start themselves. They've been up and down for most of the season, haven't been able to get the results despite good performances. But the last 2 games, especially the last one, 4-0 against New England Revolution 2, really showed signs that South Georgia Tormenta could have something, not only for tonight, but again, looking forward to next season in USL League One. It could be a team to watch out for. As North Texas taking a bit of time to clear this and play out of the back. Eric Quill told us earlier this week, might have been lucky with the decision that the penalty was given, but they earned the luck, he said, as they created so many chances in the second half. They were the more positive of the 2 sides. He said despite the great maturity and defensive acumen that Forward Madison has, they deserved the luck they got. They took advantage of it. Because of Richmond's loss, North Texas still in with a shout tonight of getting to the final and defending their title. As the pass goes well over the head on the far side. They'll go back to South Georgia Tormenta. Again, 4-0 winners over New England Revolution 2. And Coach Ian Cameron told us it was all about moving Josh Phelps up into attack. He's been a defender for most of the season, but since they've done it, they've created a lot more opportunities. They've been bigger up top, obviously, and being able to get that hold-up play that they needed. That was the key to really being more free-flowing offensively and creating more chances over the last couple of games. And not only have they created them, Ian Cameron mentioned they've taken them, and that's been crucial as well. He said at times this season, and this is me quoting him, they've been a chocolate kettle at times when it comes to, or as I should say, their finishing has been as useful as a chocolate kettle. They haven't been able to put balls into the back of the net, and don't worry, I had to look that one up. Of course, you put hot water in a chocolate kettle, it's likely gonna melt. So, have not been able to be consistent enough with those chances, South Georgia Tormenta, but the last couple of games has been a different story for the road side tonight. Good ball into the penalty area centrally that time by Bonilla. It's cleared out for a throw-in for North Texas on the far side. Of course, as we mentioned at the top, North Texas unbeaten in their last 4 wins. That's what's given them the opportunity tonight, this fantastic run after they were off to a slow start for their standards at the beginning of this season. Rodriguez spreading the love. A good ball in, it was curling. 2 heads had a chance at it. Both missed. Recovered on the far side by Nicky Hernandez, who weaves his way towards the penalty area. Trying to size things up. First ball in was eluded. Looking for Roberts, and in the end, Tormenta looked to clear through Ricardo Gomez. Pressure put on here. Mujama able to help out there initially with Tormenta. Do in the end get it away here. A crucial tackle at the back. Nikosi Burgess did the job there. And it's out for a throw. 2 heads though. I think it was Bruce and Roberts. A lovely ball in on the other end to give North Texas an opportunity, but nobody could get a touch. Gomez under some pressure, one back by North Texas. Lovely touch there by Roberts. It could open up here. Rodriguez ahead to his left. He leaves it off in the end for Bruce, and maybe if he had done it a little earlier, you see at the very bottom of your screen, Arturo Rodriguez wanted it, could have had it on a silver platter from Roberts. He went to the Bruce side as well. In the end, it was too far out in front of Alex Bruce. That's what North Texas will be hoping to do for most of the night. They can not only beat you by breaking you down, but they can beat you in transition as well. Rodriguez poked it away initially. Just take a look at the ADVOCARE replay here. Roberts had him right there. Could have touched it forward to him. Went the other way, went to the right side. Up top towards Bruce, and a chance had gone. Foul there against Nicky Hernandez, who was brought down. Free kick for North Texas. Nicky Hernandez was elbowed in the nose in the forward Madison win. Coach Eric Bill was telling us yesterday that he wasn't sure if his nose was broken. They had to get some x-rays done, and they said if he was okay to go, he was going to play. It's all hands on deck tonight for North Texas. And by the way, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering if anyone for North Texas knows the result of the Richmond game, the answer is, according to Eric Quill, is no. They have not been looking at their phones since the start of the first game, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, and they don't plan on checking either score until it's full time here. They want to make sure they win this game before they find out if they're in. As Thomas Roberts pulled back there. Referee could have held it back, instead plays on. Instead, South Georgia can't quite put a pass together here on the far side, or excuse me, on the near side. Micah Mayer was in the area, and it goes out for a throw-in. Another thing for South Georgia Tormenta that's been crucial for them over the last couple of games is getting Lars Eckenrode back, the defender, the number 4 in white tonight for Tormenta. They missed him throughout most of the season, but getting him back, Ian Cameron said, was just a nice little boost to really help over these last couple of games to help them finish the season strong. And they're hoping to possibly pull off a shocker tonight. Controlled at the back by Burgess, whose Route 1 pass in the forward Madison game led to the penalty that was drawn and then converted for North Texas. And of course, Arturo Rodriguez sunk it in stoppage time to win it. Jared Quill said couldn't have picked anyone better for that moment than Arturo Rodriguez. He didn't let his coach down, didn't let his team down when they needed him the most. He went off a great season as well last year with North Texas. Of course, they won the title a season ago, and they're hoping maybe for a chance to defend it tonight. There's a long way, though, to get to it. Roberts for North Texas finds Rodriguez. Surrounded initially, tried to weave his way through a couple defenders. It was deflected, I think, off the hand of Rodriguez. Yes, it was. And it will go the other way, a free kick for Tormenta to allow them to relieve the pressure here in the 13th minute. Lohara ready to boot this downfield for Tormenta. Looks like the whistle was blown before the ball was kicked. The referee might want that moved back a little bit. Not sure exactly, though, what that was for. Ball is given back to Hara. And yes, I think that was exactly what it was. He moved it a little too far up the field. Tahara gets us back underway. Good chance aside so far for both. We both have chances, but both opportunities In the opening 14 minutes, we've seen some good action. North Texas have had the better of it so far, but Tormenta have created some chances. They tried to here. It's a curling ball to that far side. It's just about kept in by Muller. But instead, they trust the back line to keep possession. This is Eckenrode. Uchi Obinwa initially there. Now it's back with Gomez. Eckenrode. And we asked Coach Ian Cameron about what's been the difference the last couple games. He said, yeah, we did move Phelps up. That's been crucial, but Eckenrode back gets us closer to being complete as a team. Floated over the top. It's headed centrally for an opportunity. Just about poked away. It's not cleared, though, as far as Gomez. And then a sliding challenge by Roberts. Initially alleviated the pressure, but it's given back to Gomez. Gomez, oh, a really good ball in. Chance for Tormenta, and it's offside. They nearly cut North Texas open. Well, they did, to be fair to Tormenta. Luca Meyer on the doorstep was just a fraction offside and didn't get his run right in the end. Another ADVOCARE replay. Oh, it's tight. So tough to tell from this angle. Really good finish. But in the end, it's chalked out. It's not going to count. An early scare for North Texas in a game they have to win. Near side here, Rodriguez. There's an overlapping run helped out here from Derek Waldick. Doesn't use him, it's Roberts now. Floating it over the top, looking for Waldick, didn't quite get it to him. Good run by Waldeck on the near side. Waldeck now lovely poke on the heel, flick towards Roberts. And Roberts was beaten to it by Hara. Good sportsmanship between those two there. Boy, if this is the kind of game we get tonight, it could be end to end. Of course, it's do or die, now or never for North Texas. 3 points is the minimum they need. And then they need dropped points from Union Omaha for a chance to travel to Greenville. And the USL League One final on October 30th in Greenville on ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes. 8 p.m. start time. Chance for Tormenta here. The shot comes in. It's a whisker wide of the top right corner. Really good effort by Neil Vinyals, but he couldn't quite hit the target. Have a look at it here on the ADVOCARE replay. It just kind of opened up for him, touched it onto his right boot. Goalkeeper wasn't too worried about it, but it was a good strike. Just couldn't hit the target. Well, we know that the referees here don't have another look. We mentioned the offside earlier against Meyer. We do. Being told Luca Meyer's run was onside. At least from the angles we have, that could be a huge turning point in this game and a huge missed opportunity for Tormenta early on here. Ian Cameron's bunch missed out on an opportunity to really put the pressure on North Texas. All lofted over the top and cleared away initially by that back line from Tormenta. Roberts, though, is fouled here by Vinyals. Free kick for North Texas. What can North Texas create from this? Rodriguez certainly capable of creating something from this. Curious if he'd think about going for goal here. He's the only one over this for North Texas. He provides service instead. He'll take it near side here. Waldeck to Roberts on an overlapping run. Good centering pass in. Flicked away. Penalty appeals. Bruce went down, nothing given. Tormenta tried to clear. Rodriguez keeps it alive. Bruce touches it towards him, back to Bruce. Bruce and Rodriguez connecting well. It's cleared out for a North Texas throw. Alex Bruce still asking the questions of a penalty appeal just a moment ago. Georgia Tormenta not able to clear it cleanly there, but they do clear it only as far as for a throw-in though. Texas are able to retreat and keep possession. Burgess heading Nicky Hernandez. Nicky assessing his options here. Lovely over the top, flicked on towards the net, and it's in the end safe into the hands of Hara. Joma again with a fantastic run in behind. Didn't get enough on it. But he's done well to at least make it tough for Tormenta to get it out, but he couldn't keep the ball in. And it's a throw-in for South Georgia on the far side. Thrown down that far side. The target was Ursuline initially. Stays with Tormenta. By the way, halftime between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. It's still 0-0 between those two. If it stays as it is, North Texas would be through to the final with a win. Shot comes in. It was the man who missed an opportunity earlier through an offside call. Luca Meyer this time doesn't hit the target. Here's another look at his strike. Whipping. Goalkeeper was interested, but I think knew in the end that it was going wide. North Texas will try to play it out of the back with Hernandez. So loft it toward this near side. It was a good cutout, denying Arturo Rodriguez, and then winning a throw-in for Tormenta. A good individual effort by Thorne on this near side. The South Georgia Tormenta Player of the Month for the month of September, Curtis Thorne. Really proved his worth over the last 30 days or so, in particular for Ian Cameron's bunch. Here's Rodriguez, though, for North Texas. Opportunity here to create something. Rodriguez swarmed. Hernandez helps. Gomez shields. Rodriguez fights for it. Gomez stands his ground and wins a free kick. And away from the ball, there is actually a Tormenta player still down here in the penalty area. For a Tormenta team that's, well, like many, to be fair, throughout the entire USL League One has dealt with injuries. They're hoping that this is not too serious for Jordan Skelton, who's still down. To take a look at this huge missed opportunity for Luca Meyer, you take a look there. It's so tight, but could have very well been level with Justin Che. Such a tough call from that angle. Could have gone either way. Assistant referee on the near side probably had the best look of all. Decided to keep, or I should say, pardon me, decided to put the flag up and give offside. Jordan Skelton, the man down for South Georgia Tormenta. Hopefully he's okay. Looks distraught at the moment. He's stretching out that knee. Hopefully he's okay after he went down away from the challenge from Rodriguez on Gomez that was penalized just a moment ago. For the moment, Skelton will be able to get off the field under his own power. Hopefully we can see him re-enter. See how that plays out for South Georgia Tormenta. I mentioned it at the top, as it looks like Skelton is going to get ready to come back on here. Breck Evans for North Texas tonight. They had a couple of injury worries in the build-up. to this game. Again, Coach Eric Quill did say it was all hands on deck, but Alex Bruce does have an ab strain. They said they might put a 60-minute limit on his game tonight. Allison Dos Santos has a hamstring knock, but apparently will be fine. He's on the bench tonight. Could see him in the second half, depending on how the result goes for North Texas. And obviously we mentioned Nicky Hernandez with the nose situation, and he's in the 11. So both teams, not just tonight and throughout this week, but throughout the entire season, not only with the pandemic, but with the congestion of fixtures, have had to deal with injuries and squad rotation. We asked Eric Quill, could you recall a Ricardo Pepi, someone like that to help? He said, nope, the first team need him. He's become such a big part of the organization in the first team. See Dallas, he's not available. But Eric Quill then said, we need to win, but we've got the guys to do it. The 11 got the job done in Madison last time out. We believe it's the team that can do it again tonight, and it's the same 11 that won at Madison earlier this week. Lovely touch to control it, but the touch to keep it in was poor in the end from Munjoma. Covered by Burgess. Tormenta might feel hard done by the offside. Left Luca Meyer wondering after he looked like he'd scored inside the first 15 minutes. Tormenta showing you that they are up for this. They want to finish this season with another feather in their cap. And now, again, we know that Eric Quill's side haven't looked at the scores, but who knows? Ian Cameron's side might have. They probably know that they still have a chance to be the team that knocks the champions out tonight. And they only need a draw to do it. North Texas has to win to have any shot. Of course, after Richmond lost earlier tonight, in stoppage time at home to Chattanooga, they just need Union Omaha to drop points. And if they win, a remarkable sequence will allow North Texas to get back to the final. And it's still 0-0 between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale in the other game. They're still in the halftime break. Mayer kept it alive, but the pass forces the defense back here, forces the pressure on. But it's a really good recovery to get it back to Mayer. Really strong job backtracking by Curtis Thorne. And then the pass was good, but that pass leaves a lot to be desired, and it's out for a throw-in for North Texas. Flying challenge there to initially clear it by Justin Che, who kind of kung fu chopped it, get out of harm's way, but he was fouled in the process. To help North Texas alleviate some of the Tormenta pressure. Again, if you watched Tormenta a couple weeks ago, it's a very different side than the one you're seeing over these last couple of games. Here's Rodriguez for North Texas. Roberts, who had a big chance early on to give North Texas the lead inside the first 10 minutes, but missed the opportunity. Hernandez. Touched by Rodriguez, able to find Cirillo. Now out wide, opportunity maybe to service this into the penalty area. Bonilla, ball central towards Bruce, headed away. And Vinyals helps it on for Phelps. Now Phelps playing it forward and just couldn't quite find a teammate. It was Arcelin making the run. Waldeck, Hernandez. Pass forces Cirillo back. Goal scorers for Tormenta last time out, Vinyals Phelps, Arsalan, Devin Jamga in the 4-0 victory. Can North Texas get off to a good start? Here at the 30-minute mark, Roberts did really well. Scuffed header, Hernandez sizes it up. Nicky Hernandez is blocked by 3 Tormenta defenders. Now can South Georgia break out here? And the pass is short, and a slipping and sliding challenge there from Nkosi Burgess. Gets that out of play and stops the counterattack. Good job by Che to poke it upfield. Still with Tormenta. Mayer did well initially, but actually handled the challenge right up on the arm, giving it back to North Texas. A little bit of flares there between Mayer and Rodriguez. Mayer caught Rodriguez napping there initially, but it's back with Rodriguez after a good touch. Getting it back by Hernandez. Cirillo. Offset near side. Waldeck. Looking for some movement forward. Rodriguez instead this time. Cirillo again. Waldeck has space for service here. Good ball in, headed away. It's not quite out of play yet off the head of Skelton. Now it is. And there'll be a Michelob Ultra corner. Can North Texas create something from a set piece? That's another thing Ian Cameron mentioned to us in our talk earlier this week. Set piece defending for South Georgia has been a lot better last couple of games. And the clean sheet against New England Revolution 2 is a big example of that, as the kick is taken short and booted upfield. And it broke down there, not the best, off the training ground there from North Texas. Can they build again here? Roberts, who's been very active in the first half an hour. Lovely ball over the top. It's chested down into the penalty area. Bruce with a second chance off the header, surely offside as it rolls into the hands of Hara. Nearly an opportunity for North Texas. It was Roberts who started it. Lovely ball over the top. The chest down is fantastic. Bruce doesn't get enough on it. Likely offside for sure on the follow through, looking for, I believe, Hernandez. And in the end, Pablo Hara is able to gobble it up. Nearly a big chance there for Hernandez in North Texas to open the scoring. Defender on the far side, Bonilla let it bounce. Che's in a little bit of trouble under some pressure. Finds his goalkeeper, Aviles. Both goalkeepers listed as the captains tonight. Both have come up with some big stops so far, as Rodriguez nearly had the opportunity to run in behind if he had a better first touch. But Tormenta shut him down that time. Abidwo now as well. Gets past one, finds Vinyals in space. Had some help. Had Arsalan. And it goes out of play. That's going to lead us into our first half hydration break. Really fun first 33 minutes here at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Again, it's still all to play for North Texas Soccer Club. They still can get through to the USL League One Cup Final on Friday on ESPN+. Greenville Triumphs Soccer Club already know that they will be there. They are the hosts. They're just waiting to see who will get there. At the moment, with Richmond's loss earlier tonight, Richmond are not out of it. However, they need both Union Omaha and North Texas to lose tonight for Richmond to get in. Union Omaha need to win to get in, and if they do, it'll be them going to Greenville. However, if Union Omaha do drop points on goal difference, it would be North Texas, if they win tonight, going through to the USL League One final. So much can still happen. Richmond's loss has completely opened the door. And this next few hours, really hour and a half now, it's going to come down to this. Greenville are sitting pretty at home, wondering who's coming to their place on Friday night. Again, all three teams still have a shot at it. Union Omaha have the inside track. If they win, they're in. If they don't, and North Texas wins, they're in. However, if Union Omaha lose and North Texas loses, Richmond, despite dropping the chance to win and get in earlier tonight, would be in, and they would go to Greenville and play in the final. So still a lot can happen tonight, and it just feels like the first goal in this game could be crucial. And again, we nearly had one earlier in the first half, a big opportunity that was put into the back of the net by Luca Meyer that was ruled out for offside. Again, could have gone either way. We got two good looks at it. It's so tight, it's so tough to tell from the angle if he was onside or not. Tormenta in the end, though, the flag did go up. They were denied the opportunity. North Texas have had 2 or 3 pretty good opportunities to open the scoring themselves. They've not taken them as of yet, and they need 3 points tonight to have a chance to defend their title and try to go back-to-back as USL League One champions. An update on the game between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. Teams, I believe, are just getting back out now onto the pitch, so it's still 0-0 between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. We will keep you updated on that score as the night goes on. And North Texas need Union Omaha to drop points for a win here to send them through to the final. Here's Rodriguez, who has been sent through here, curls the shot. It was a good effort, but in the end, not on target. And in the end, Pablo Jara, the goalkeeper, knew it. And it's a goal kick. Again, it's Roberts doing really well, finding Rodriguez, who's got that in his locker. It was a good effort, but in the end, curled high and wide, just barely. It's a good strike by the number 10. By the way, with that win earlier tonight, Chattanooga Red Wolves move up to 5th in the USL League One table. Great to see them getting a strong finish to their season as well. And again, the hero was Marky Hernandez, deep into injury time, giving the goal and the win to Chattanooga and breaking Richmond kicker hearts. Free kick opportunity here for Tormenta. Meyer is over it. What can he do from here for Tormenta? It's a really good ball in towards Phelps, who was leaped over the top of as he went further and deeper towards the 6-yard box. And I believe this is going to be a goal kick. Nobody got a touch to it for either side after the ball was kicked in. There is still a player down here for North Texas. It's Derek Waldeck, who leaped above Josh Phelps to try to keep him away from it. Big center forward. Didn't even get the chance to leap up, and Waldeck tried to beat him to it. In the end, nobody got there, and Waldeck took the worst of it. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully Waldeck is okay. He's some good moments on both sides so far in this first half, going forward and defensively. He's able to get to his feet, gets a nice hand from the socially distanced crowd here at Globe Life Park. Looks like the medical team is saying he's okay. He's saying he's okay. There was a couple of players warming up. Eric Quill's side. You see Eric Quill there reorganizing his side. It looks like Waldeck will be able to continue here. That's a big thing to see for North Texas. Again, both teams have dealt with injuries this season. It's good to see he's able to continue after using his arm there to rotate that shoulder around after he went up high to stop Phelps from getting on the end of that free kick. Tormenta dispossessed in the midfield, but Hernandez couldn't quite find, well, he ended up finding a teammate in the end. Jomoff, a poor touch, keeps it alive. Roberts now under severe pressure. Cirillo, a good build-up play to find Hernandez. Bonilla. Hernandez. Hernandez! And it's saved by Hara. Out for a corner. Really good build-up play for North Texas. And they get a set-piece opportunity. It started with Cirillo, Bonilla, and Hernandez linking up. As you take a look at the ADVOCARE replay, Hernandez got the shot off before he was collapsed upon. And it's going to lead to another Michelob Ultra corner kick for North Texas. Roberts, who's been so good at servicing and creating chances in this first half. It was near post. It wasn't quite dealt with. Hernandez off a deflection. And it's just wide. It'll go out for yet another Michelob Ultra corner. Goodness. Better than the last chance he had just before. That led to the first corner. One of the defenders did get a touch, and Roberts can look for another service into the penalty area here. Roberts looked on towards the net, and it's over the top. Hara collapsed to make sure, as it was flicked on by Edwin Cirillo, and in the end it's harmlessly over the top for a goal kick. Much better service that time from Thomas Roberts. In the end though, North Texas not able to capitalize, not able to quite get it on net. Now Hara looks like he's going to try to play this out of the back, and as soon as I say that, he changes his mind and forces everybody forward. North Texas on 24 points this season coming into the night. 4th in the table. Ian Cameron's Tormenta, 19 points coming into the night. 7th in the League One table. They've won 2 in a row, Tormenta, 3 of their last 5. And of course, we've documented the great run that North Texas has been on. 4 of the last 5 have been wins, unbeaten in their last 5 as well. Eric did mention he was really disappointed to drop points during that 5-game stretch, but because every game has basically been a final since right around October 3rd, really, for North Texas, they've passed so many of the tests just to get to this point. And now, like Eric Gould told us, hoping the soccer gods can do them another favor or two tonight. Roberts trying to swing that in. It was deflected. It's out for a corner on the near side. Looks like Arturo Rodriguez will run over to take the Michelob Ultra corner on the near side. First goal in this game could be vital. In by Rodriguez, headed away, just out of the reach, I think, of Justin Shea. We got to head towards it. Here's Roberts. Flings it right back in. Flicked out for another corner off of Meyer. Pressure mounting on the Tormenta back line. Roberts will take the Michelob Ultra corner. In-swinger upcoming for North Texas. It's going right towards the goal, and it was flicked on dangerously out of play. Corner switches to the near side. I think it was Phelps who leaped highest to get to it and nearly made it tough on Pablo Hara in net. Bit of miscommunication as well. Another Michelob Ultra corner, this time for Arturo Rodriguez to take. Cirillo there for a short option. They want to play it safer or get a different angle. Instead, Rodriguez finds an opportunity in the volley. Not the worst of executions there from Waldeck, but he couldn't quite put it on target. Didn't have enough power behind it either to beat the goalkeeper, and it's a goal kick. Pablo Hara under some pressure over the last couple of minutes, but so far, no really clear-cut chances since right around the 30th minute mark. Gomez trying to find Phelps, who was fouled. It's Globe Life Park, pardon me. Does have some fans. You can hear them every once in a while, socially distanced here in Arlington, Texas. Of course, Globe Life Park, the home of the World Series this year between the Dodgers and the Rays. You can see the football lines on there as well. A lot of sporting events going on here at Globe Life Park over the last couple of weeks. Dodgers, by the way, 2 games to 1 up on the Rays after winning Game 3 right here last night. And now it's a do-or-die game for North Texas USL League One play. Tormenta have a free kick, and Meyer, ambitious, went for goal. It was a good strike. Not good enough, though, to beat the goalkeeper, Aviles. Kept him on his toes. Went for the surprise attack. Take another look at it here. ADVOCARE replay. It's a really good effort, and it would have gone in too, by the way. But Carlos Aviles was not caught wrong-footed on that instance. So he could easily corral it. Played 45 minutes here as the stoppage time presented by ADVOCARE is revealed. 4 added minutes at the end of this first half. Roberts, searching ball into the penalty area, not really near Rodriguez, closer to the goalkeeper, Pablo Jara. Waldeck chases into the corner, deep into the corner. You can't even see him. That's how deep into the corner he goes on the near side. Dangerous ball back in. Had to make sure that pass was on target for Che, and luckily it was. Not that Tormenta were putting a ton of pressure on there, but a misplaced pass there could have let roadside in here for Tormenta. Here's Waldeck, and he has a poor touch there. Out for a Gomez throw. Here the coach is barking on the sidelines. That's one of the perks, I guess, if there are any, for not having a full stadium for this game. At least a fuller stadium. You can hear the marching orders from both coaches. As you can see, I mean, Tormenta knew they have nothing to play for these last couple of games, but they have not played like it. No question about that. Dangerous ball, and it wasn't dealt with initially. It went over the top of Phelps's head, and in the end, North Texas were able to clear it initially, but then a foul is going to go against them. Vinyals was brought down just outside the arc of the penalty area by Che. And this is in a dangerous position within shooting range here for Tormenta. Meyer and Vinyals over it. Gomez joining the fray as well. Halfway through the 4 minutes added on, just about the end of this first half. An enthralling first half between these two that's still awaiting a breakthrough. Will it be Vinyals? Will it be Meyer? Meyer looks poised, but it's Vinyals who steps up and takes it and scores it! Oh, it's fantastic! Neil Vinyals opens the scoring for Tormenta, and North Texas are in a heap of trouble now. Tormenta lead by 1-0 on a fantastic free kick. Goalkeeper does get a hand to it, but not enough of a hand to keep it out. And it's Neil Vinyals' 4th goal of the season for South Georgia. And could that be a hammer blow to North Texas' hopes of retaining the title? Well, you felt a goal was coming. You just weren't sure what end it was coming at. But it's Tormenta who take the lead. Vinyals with a fantastic free kick. And now North Texas need 2 goals. Goodness me. Right at the end of the first half, Tormenta have taken control here in Arlington. Tormenta coming again here. Rodriguez recovers it. I should say Hernandez to Rodriguez. rolled out of play for a Tormenta throw as the final seconds tick away here at the end of the first half. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Well, it was a fantastic first half for both teams, really. However, Neil Vignals, with a fantastic free kick, opens the scoring for Tormenta, and North Texas have a mountain to climb if they want to get to the final in the second half. We'll take a break here. The Toyota Halftime Report is coming up next from Arlington.
Think all sports recovery drinks
deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's ADVOCARE Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Okay, so maybe we're new to home improvement, but we're determined. We got an insider tip on the ultimate flooring destination. Whoa, Floor & Decor is amazing. Look at us. We're shopping alongside real-life designers and contractors. I love this tile. And this one. And these prices? Look at this. Durable and water-resistant. We should do the kitchen next. Oh yeah, we found where the pros go. Now we're unstoppable.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Why do we celebrate? Because we know this achievement isn't just for us. It's for our team, our family, and our future. It's for that final moment when we know we've defied the odds and put our future into our own hands. As the official education partner of Major League Soccer, SNHU helps players, staff, and fans achieve their goals. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
Back here in Arlington at the half between North Texas and South Georgia. Sean St. Jacques here with you as we go through now a really fun last couple of games in USL League One. At the half of this one, it starts though between Omaha and Greenville. This was a big one for Union Omaha to keep their hopes alive back on Sunday. Opening chance for Omaha, and it's a lovely curled effort into the back of the net by Christian Molina that got them off on the right foot inside 20 minutes. Greenville, though, they know they're already hosting the final. They kept on responding. They've shown this throughout the entire League One season. And Noah Palazzo, fantastic response. And Greenville leveled inside 37 minutes. Union Omaha, though, needed it arguably a lot more. They still have a chance to be in the final. Big save, big opportunity for Union in the second half to take the lead. Fantastic reflexes on the line to keep it level. And then finally in the 66th minute, Evan Conway with a curler, beautifully placed, and Union Omaha come away with all 3 points they need to get a result today if they're going to get to that League One final against Greenville, possibly a rematch there as well. Big game between Orlando City B, Richmond Kickers. Richmond, of course, they need to win today. They're currently playing as we speak as well. Obviously, the 3 points wrapped up for Union Omaha. On the Richmond side of things, Orlando City B trying to go out with a bang. And they got off to a really good start here. Kind of just fell at the back post for Kenji Tanaka. And Tanaka pounces on it to give Orlando City B the opening lead inside 8 minutes with a big moment. Later on in the first half, the red card against Daniel Rosario handled it on the line. Straight red card, led to the penalty, and it ended up being saved the first time. Follow-up over the top, a huge break for Orlando City B at the time. However, the resistance would be broken, and Richmond would find an equalizer. Mutaya Muape with a fantastic curling effort with his left boot to make it 1-1 between the two sides. Richmond, no pun intended, kept on kicking on in this one. They'd find the lead. A fantastic 1-2 there to Stanley Alves, who made it 2-1 in the 51st minute. Richmond, of course, in the driver's seat on the final day. They'd make it 3-1. Olex Anderson able to find the back of the net, and it's 3-1 to the Richmond Kickers, and the destiny is in their own hands on the final day. They're in the driver's seat to get to the USL League One final in Greenville against the Greenville Triumph. But, of course, North Texas, they needed this one against Forward Madison. Forward Madison hadn't lost at home all season long. Chances on both ends throughout this one. We'll get to the controversy in just a moment. Thought for a moment that North Texas would take the lead forward. Madison would come back the other way. Massive save to keep North Texas level. North Texas had to have all 3 points to keep themselves alive. They almost had it in fantastic fashion. The bicycle kick, though, easily handled on the line by the Forward Madison goalkeeper. So what was going to give, in the end, a penalty in the dying embers of the game? Was it in the box? Was it outside of the box? Both coaches still going into this game, or I should say in the aftermath of this game, we're not sure. The penalty, though, was given. Up-stepped for North Texas Soccer Club, Arturo Rodriguez, and he keeps the season alive for the defending champions heading in to the final day of the regular season. What drama in USL League One, and we are expecting much more of it tonight in Texas. A lot of good stuff upcoming. The second half is upcoming from Texas, between North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta.
Takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net. And a diving stop. Looks the goal, shoots it. Unbelievable.
Save made.
Unbelievable. Makes the save.
Oh, what a goal. Knocked away. It's in the back of the net.
What a goal there.
And pushed aside. What a save in the end.
What a beauty! It's fantastic. Sensational. Fantastic. Any way you slice it.
This one he puts away, fires and scores.
What an unbelievable strike. Oh, what a goal. There's the shot, it scores! Attacking, shooting, and scoring! Cutting to the top, looking for the strike, bends it! Oh, what a goal! Molina strikes!
Flicked on by Godoy, saved by Avisa. Big one, another one. Can he have a third? He does! Unbelievable trio of saves from Austin Avisa.
To the top, shot fired, it's in! Greenville equalizes, and once again it's Pilato at the top of the box. For Lauderdale, poked on through, Lopez has been in there, fires off of Brady and clear with the header. Out of Rhode Island, Rivera stepping up, fires, and into the net. What a goal to open things up for Reps 2. Out wide, Morel in space. Fires one, Bender, saved by Nuhu.
At the half between North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta as we take a look at the USL League One news and notes. Of course, the League One final tickets on sale now at the Greenville Triumph website for the final October 30th at 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus and on ESPN Deportes as well. Make sure you tune in for that. We still don't know yet who Greenville is going to play, and obviously a lot to look forward to there. The USL League One Team of the Week, Arturo Rodriguez making the side from North Texas, and of course a lot of players on display tonight, led by Josh Cohen as well from Tucson, and we're expecting a lot from Rodriguez in the second half, potentially for North Texas. Here's how it looks at the moment. Greenville are in. Richmond are holding on by a thread. They need Omaha and North Texas to lose to have a chance, but if Omaha win or North Texas wins, as long as Omaha don't win, one of them will be in the final against Greenville Triumph. Still so much to figure out in the second half, and a long hill still to climb for North Texas. Here's the latest scores at the moment. Still 0-0 between Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. Again, if North Texas can turn it around and win, they'll be in. Forward Madison, after dropping their first game at home, are still down by 1-0 against New England Revolution 2. Take a break here, and we come back. First half highlights and stats from Arlington.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's ADVOCARE Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you in Arlington, Texas, Globe Life Park. The site at the half between North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta. The Tormenta, through a fantastic free kick by Neil Vinyals, have a 1-0 lead at the break. We take a look at the first half highlights brought to you by ADVOCARE. Second minute, right off the bat in this one. It was an early opportunity for Tormenta. Vinyals, who of course hadn't scored the goal yet, created an opportunity for Tormenta. Slashed and dashed his way into the penalty area. Goalkeeper was there to make the save. 6th minute, it's kind of been the theme of the game so far. Both teams have had opportunities on both ends. Goalkeeper Hara was able to get it downfield, and then it was broken through here. An opportunity. Meyer was in the area, but the shot went wide in the end from Jad Arsalan, who's had a pretty strong first half himself for South Georgia Tormenta. 15th minute, North Texas again give the ball away. Gomez creating an opportunity for Meyer, who thought he scored. He put it into the back of the net. However, the assistant referee on the near side had their flag up, and it was ruled out. Tormenta again, big opportunity moving forward. Vinyals again has been in the middle of it. His shot came in, it didn't quite hit the target. It was a good curling effort. North Texas then finally, after having some smaller chances in the first 20 minutes, the 20th minute provided their biggest chance, one of the biggest chances of the game so far. Rodriguez over the top. In the end, Edwin Mujoma couldn't get enough on it to beat the goalkeeper. 32nd minute, North Texas back to work. Thomas Roberts has had a really good first half for North Texas. Over the top, Nicky Hernandez is in, not quite. Bruce's header just past Hernandez, who might have been offside anyway, likely would have been called. It falls in the hands of Pablo Hara, the goalkeeper. 39th minute, North Texas really starting to pour on the pressure. Hernandez finding a teammate on the far side, Bonilla finding Hernandez, and then the save was made by Pablo Hara. And then finally, in stoppage time, the silly foul given away by Justin Che and Neil Vinyals. Fantastic strike from outside the penalty area to give Tormenta the lead and to put them in the driver's seat for the 3 points and to put North Texas with a lot to do in the second half. Halftime stats here brought to you by Chase. Shots slightly favor North Texas, so does the possession in a big way, but it's the goal from Neil Vinyals that separates the sides at the half. Teams coming back out for what is going to be a season-defining second half for North Texas Soccer Club. At the moment, if it holds, Union Omaha would be going to the final in Greenville. It's still 0-0 between Omaha and Fort Lauderdale. In the 73rd minute, North Texas know they have to win Dropping points, not an option if they want to keep their hopes alive. Of course, if the result does hold in Omaha, and North Texas turn it around in the second half, the defending champions will head to Greenville for a shot at a second straight USL League One title. So much still can happen after Richmond left the door open, losing 2-1 at home earlier this evening to Chattanooga. Of course, that was a heartbreaker for them in stoppage time. Goal was scored for the Red Foxes by Marky Hernandez, and now North Texas need a turnaround of their own if they're hoping to defend their title. 45 season-defining minutes for the home side, down by a 0-0 against a team in form in South Georgia, Tormenta. Again, a draw wouldn't be enough. North Texas have to win, and they have to hope that Union Omaha draw or lose to Fort Lauderdale if they are to get in. Ball played forward, it falls for Roberts. Roberts lines it up. In the end, couldn't get the right contact on it and blasts it over the top. Goal coming from Neil Vignals. Fantastic free kick in stoppage time of the first half. He's fourth of the season. Separates the sides at the moment. Second in 2 games for Vignals. Scored in the 18th minute in the 4-0 victory over New England Revolution 2 in the midweek fixture. And I think you saw one of his teammates at the bottom shaking his hand after the ball went in. It was a peach. It was a fantastic strike. And really, not many goalkeepers on the planet are saving that. And despite that, Carlos Aviles did get a hand to it. Fair play to him. Nearly kept it out, but didn't get enough of a hand to it to stop Vignals. Oh, it's wonderful here for North Texas. They're back in it! They've cut them open, and the equalizer is there from Nicky Hernandez. And the champions will not go down without a fight in Arlington. It's 1-1 with still all of the second half to play. That's how the champions respond. Hernandez started it. It was a lovely flick forward, and a give and go between Hernandez and Mujoma level it up for North Texas, and it's game on again in Arlington. Nicky Hernandez, who almost broke his nose last time out against forward Madison, scores the equalizer. And what a time to pick up his first goal of the season for North Texas. And it's game on. Well, I was gonna say, depending on what happened there, North Texas had a hill to climb in this second half. They have a foothold on it at the moment. Free kick now on the other end for Tormenta. Luca Meyer, who's been very dangerous in this game so far for Tormenta, will take it. Meyer curls it in. It was a dangerous ball, not to anybody in particular. In the end, it was cleared away. Well, what a response by Eric Quilside right out of the gates in the second half. Offside's going to be called against Tormenta. Phelps blasts it away. It'll be a free kick for North Texas, and we were wondering during the break, what was the response going to be from the champions? It's a loud response, and after going down right on halftime at the start of the second half, they've leveled it through Nicky Hernandez. And now it really is anyone's game. It's back with Tormenta here. Phelps thought he might have gotten poked in the eye, I think. Play continues. Meyer had a go at it. In the end, maybe could have taken a touch there. It's over the top, out for a goal kick. 78th minute in Omaha, still Union Omaha 0, Fort Lauderdale CF 0. As looks like Josh Phelps is still down here for Tormenta. That's not a good sign Ian Cameron's bunch, hopefully he's just shaken up. Hopefully he is okay, as the medical team will take a look at him here. Play happened right before the shot came in from Luca Meyer. Options on the bench for Tormenta. If Josh Phelps cannot continue here. Phelps has been so crucial, especially over the last 2 games. The change that was made by Ian Cameron, moving him to center forward, has just done wonders for the side. Another look at the last sequence here. He was just going up for the ball, and I think got a little bit of the worst of it on the way down, it looked like. Not sure Nkosi Burgess meant anything by it at all, really. He was just going for the ball, and the follow-through, I think, from his arm, got a piece of Phelps. He'll be able to walk off under his own power, which is good, but we'll have to see what happens as far as personnel changes go. And it looks like a substitution is in the offing here. Phelps is going to make way here for Tormenta. Marco Micheletto is going to come on. It's a Texas Health Sports Medicine substitution. So Micheletto, who is coming off a game where he didn't play. He was red carded a couple of games ago, missed out on the last game against New England Revolution 2. The number 10 enters the fray for South Georgia Tormenta and certainly can create opportunities for Tormenta. Chance here for North Texas in behind here. Big moment, and it's skied over the top by Mujoma. And it's a goal kick. Oh my. Huge chance for North Texas to take the lead here. Offside question marks. He's onside, clearly. Played on by Muller and nearly played in as you take a look at the ADVOCARE replay. Just over the top from Edwin Mujoma. And North Texas miss a big chance there to take the lead. But the energy, the response has certainly been there from North Texas, but Tormenta are still up for the challenge. Micheletto went in there for it. It was initially challenged by Arsalan. Gomez wins it back for South Georgia. Not the best of passes, but it stays with the roadside. Vinyals, who scored the opening goal. His goal is now canceled out by Nicky Hernandez. Lovely turn by Vinyals. Thought he was fouled and was fouled. Referee was going to let that play on, but no advantage was gained. So it's a South Georgia free kick. Vinyals. First time ball into the penalty area, was headed, I think, by, yes, initially Micheletto. Meyer was in the area as well. In the end, it's easy for Aviles. Texas will try to play this out of the back. Aviles getting help initially from Cirillo and then thinks better of it and boots it downfield only as far as Gomez. Micheletto, who's one of our players to highlight at the beginning of the match. Out for a throw-in for North Texas on the far side. Joint leading goal scorer coming into the night, Luca Meyer and Neil Vinyals. Although Vinyals' goal now puts him ahead on Ford to top the league charts for Tormenta. Rare miscue there by Arturo Rodriguez. You rarely see that from him. Gives it back to Tormenta. One back by North Texas. Roberts has room to run into here. Could be in here. Thomas Roberts, one-on-one with the keeper. Roberts is brought down in the penalty area. Referee waves it away. Didn't get the chance to shoot. Now can Tormenta come the other way? They can. A miscue by Meyer gives it to Che. And then an ambitious effort to try to beat the goalkeeper, who's off his line, goes well over the top and out for a goal kick. Another look at the appeal here. Roberts really did well cutting through 2 defenders for Tormenta. It was one-on-one initially. Was there contact on the follow-through? from the defender. I think it was Curtis Thorne who went through on Thomas Roberts. Roberts still down after the challenge. In the end, the referee didn't see anything in it. Another moment there where North Texas thought they maybe could have had a penalty. Roberts comes off the field. We'll see how he's going to go forward in this game. Second opportunity, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, where North Texas is denied in this second half. Flicked on by Meyer. Here's Vignals. Tormenta now trying to find a response here in Arlington. Gomez could line this up here for a shot. It's Gomez. And it's well over the top and out for a goal kick. Again, North Texas, who do this a lot, trying to play this out of the back. You gotta have a pretty good team as far as composed ball handlers to be able to get it out of the back consistently. Waldeck. Now it's hoofed upfield by Burgess. The target initially, I think, was Hernandez. In the end, it's Mujoma. Sliding challenge by Hernandez to win it back here. Bruce keeps it alive. Rodriguez able to find Mujoma, and I don't think he realized that he was the one that was the target there. Could still be kept in by Bonilla, and it's out of play for a goal kick. The ball went over the line before it was centrally crossed in by Kevin Bonilla. But still, another good chance for North Texas. They're going to be heaping on the pressure throughout this entire second half until they can potentially find a goal. Pablo Jara boots it forward for Tormenta. Roberts pushed aside. Free kick for North Texas. Entering the 86th minute now, by the way, in Omaha. Still goalless between Union, Omaha, and Fort Lauderdale. Roberts wins a throw-in for North Texas on the far side. Again, North Texas, and Eric Quill told us before the game yesterday that they have not checked any of the scores. Everyone's put their phones away since right around 6:30 Eastern time. They do not want to see it until the end if they're in. Header comes in from Mujoma. Pablo Jara had it covered. I think it might have hit the post. Could have gone in. But in the end, Pablo Jara couldn't take any chances despite Mujoma not getting enough on it, really, to beat the goalkeeper. Headed forward by Skelton. Bruce trying to find Roberts, who was in the end cleared away. Mujoma. Able to find a teammate initially, Cirillo. Mujoma tries to keep it alive. Cirillo helping. It's won back by Tormenta, but a good sliding challenge from Bonilla keeps it with North Texas. Here's Waldeck, who has some space to run into in the midfield. Rodriguez has Bruce if he wants him. Rodriguez trying to flare it into the penalty area. It was blocked. A good defensive stop there by Obinwa. It's Obinwa again. Under immense pressure, and he wins the free kick. Roberts put a little too much pressure, it looked like, on him. Pablo Jara will come forward to boot this away. Again, if you've just tuned in, first half stoppage time free kick goal from Neil Vignals opened the scoring for Tormenta. North Texas responded in the first minute of the second half with an equalizer from Nicky Hernandez. North Texas have to win. They want to get back to the USL League One final. Miscued there by Nicoletto. Rare miscue from him. Ujoma. It's a really good ball forward from Ujoma. Rodriguez gets on the end of it. Here's Roberts. Roberts plays the ball in Mujoma's header. Oh, it's wide. Didn't quite have the direction it needed to get on target, but another good sequence for North Texas. Another look here, ADVOCARE replay. Roberts has provided good service all night. Mujoma not at the right angle to hit the target. And Richmond losing earlier tonight has opened the door. Richmond, if they had won, would have been in, but they lost. And now it's a chance for Union Omaha or here for North Texas to get to the final against Greenville Triumph on Friday. Could it open up here for a chance? It rolls right into the arms of Pablo Jara, who had it well covered at his near post. And it's Rodriguez who creates the opportunity. It was the goal scorer, Nicky Hernandez, who let fly. Pablo Jara had it easily covered at the post. Gives it away though to Waldeck, who floats it right back over the top. Roberts was offside. So it's rolling back towards Jara yet again. Bruce will put the pressure on him, even if he can shake the floor, hoping to put some pressure on Pablo Jara, to no avail. Not sure I've ever seen that before. Tried an intimidation factor, I think, there. Didn't work. Eckenrode switches fields to initially Skelton. Poked forward into the path of Micheletto. Aviles under some pressure. Finds Waldeck. Cirillo, who has some space to run into here for North Texas, and takes it. And now Rodriguez has an opportunity here for North Texas. It opened up for him on this far side. Bruce finds Mujoma. Mujoma tried to find a teammate, Roberts, but it's still with North Texas. The opportunity is gone, but it could lead to another here for Cirillo. We'll restart the play. Here's Roberts. Played forward here. Opportunity for Bonilla. Centering pass from Bonilla. The shot comes in, and it's a scuffed one in the end, and it's gobbled up by Jara. Mujoma yet again with a big opportunity for North Texas, and he couldn't quite take it. Again, it's lovely build-up play. Bonilla crossing it into the middle, and Mujoma rues the opportunity, may rue the opportunity, missed there. A better hit, and it's in the back of the net. Here come Tormenta. It's a good cross into the penalty area, headed out by Che. As far as Meyer. Micheletto shoots, and it's over the top. And out for a goal kick. And as that just goes over the top, we're being told that Union Omaha have just taken the lead. In the second minute of added time at home, Union Omaha lead by 1-0. And if that holds, Union Omaha will go to the final in Greenville on Friday night. And there's nothing North Texas can do about it. Wow, late drama yet again in USL League One. Evan Conway is the goal scorer for Union Omaha. And there's only 2 minutes left for Fort Lauderdale to save North Texas's season, and frankly, Richmond's. North Texas don't know that. They're going to keep on fighting here, though. Waldeck assessing his options. Crossing it, deflected out. It's a corner kick on the far side for North Texas. North Texas has nobody following the other result in Omaha. They're going to keep fighting to the end regardless. It's another Michelob Ultra corner kick. Arturo Rodriguez will take it. They'll play it short. Swung in by Hernandez, cleared away. Only as far as the defender, Waldeck. Flings it back in. Nicky Hernandez leaves it. Lovely, lovely piece of skill by Bonilla initially. Got through. The shot, though, in the end, left a lot to be desired, and it's out for a goal kick. One minute to go, by the way, in Omaha. Still 1-0 to Union. A couple of changes are upcoming here for Tormenta. Looks like Ricardo Gomez will make way for Reese Williams. And Neil Vinyals, who scored the opening goal, will make way for Tristan Deloach. Substitutions brought to you by Texas Health Sports Medicine. 2 changes here for Tormenta. There's the confirmation of the second change. Williams in, Gomez out for South Georgia. Tormenta coming forward again. Micheletto was poked away. Almost fell into the path of Curtis Thorne, but it's out for a Tormenta throw. Game's still going on in Omaha. It's the dying embers of the game. And it's full time in Union. Wow. For Union Omaha. They've won it by a 0 over Fort Lauderdale. And that means the race for the second and final spot in the USL League One final has been confirmed. Richmond lost earlier today, opening up the door. However, Union Omaha had to drop points for North Texas to win and get in. Union Omaha have all 3 points, and Union Omaha are going to go to Greenville on Friday for the USL League One final. Congratulations to Union Omaha. What a season for them. And they are going to play Greenville Triumph in the USL League One final. That means that North Texas's crown will be lifted off their heads tonight. Meanwhile, in the midst of that, there was a change for North Texas, brought to you by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Derek Waldeck, who was actually injured earlier in the game, is going to make way. And Gibran Rayo is going to come on, number 14, for North Texas Soccer Club. North Texas don't know it yet, of course, but they won't be getting back to a second consecutive final. The entire club promised each other before the game that they would not check their phones until full time of their game, knowing they had to win no matter what happened anywhere else. So they're going to play to try to win this one regardless and bow out as champions in the best way they can possibly do so. Here's Hernandez from Rodriguez. Hernandez scored earlier in this second half to give life to North Texas. Rodriguez knocks it out for a Tormenta throw. Again, the goal by Evan Conway, the difference maker in Omaha in added time. What drama at the end of this USL League One season. Still 20 minutes to go in it, with North Texas and South Georgia Tormenta trying to finish the season out strong now after the chance is gone for the defending champions. Chance here, Mujoma, gonna couple of opportunities earlier to give North Texas the lead. Thomas Roberts, who's had a good game so far as well for the home side, has created some big opportunities as well. Had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper early in the second half as well. Bonilla. Mujoma able to open things up for Hernandez. Could be an opportunity here. It was cleared away at the vital moment. It was the substitute, Rayo. Nearly got onto it. Bruce lines it up. It took a deflection. And it's a corner kick for North Texas with just under 20 minutes to play. Thomas Roberts will go over and take this Michelob Ultra corner. All swung in. It was a decent ball in. It was headed away, though, I believe, by Phelps. Falls for a chance here. Bonilla. Roberts could place it back into the penalty area instead. Tried to roll it all the way through for Bonilla, and then Bonilla was shepherded out of play, and it's a goal kick. Good defending there. Backline did the job. Stefan Muller closed him down before Bonilla could potentially center a pass. Talked to Eric Kuhl this week about the possibility of going out on the final day, and he said, you know what? We just wanted to give ourselves a chance. We had such a poor start to the season. We've been through so much. Everyone really in League One's been through so much with the pandemic. So the guys have grown so much off the field. They care about each other. They had to make some changes during the last offseason, kind of get some negativity out of the team. Said it worked, and the guys love each other. They fight for each other. You can see it on the field. He said, you know, it's not fun to be eliminated early. We didn't want to go out as champions so early in the season. We wanted to give ourselves a chance to defend the title. And he said, just doing that alone shows you what the team is made of and that they have that championship medal. He said, you know what, it is the real shame is that they couldn't have a 4-team playoff this year because of the pandemic. It's just going to be the final. He would have loved to get an opportunity to just be right in to the 4-team and get into a semifinal like it would normally be in USL League One, and will return to that way, I believe, next season. But this year, it's only the top 2 that go through, and it's going to be Greenville, and it's going to be Union Omaha, who will go to the USL League One final. If this result does hold, North Texas will finish 4th on 25 points, just a point behind Richmond. Again, that would be enough in a normal season to get into the playoffs, those semifinal ties in USL League One, and that's what Eric Kuhl told us earlier this week. That's the shame of it all. They'd already be in, just about, going into the night, but not to be. And of course, they needed a couple of results from the soccer gods tonight. They got the one, Richmond losing at home in stoppage time to Chattanooga. However, Union winning in stoppage time against Fort Lauderdale has sunk the ship here on the final day. They could still win, though, and go out strong as champions. Rayo centering pass for Mujoma, not quite. Volleyed attempt. It's going to go as a shank and go all the way out wide for a throw-in, actually. Still with North Texas here. Roberts heads it on. Could fall here. Bonilla with a big chance here to center it in. It was the best ball in. Cleared away by Thorne. Dribbled all the way back. Dangerous there from Edwin Cirillo. in the end. Goalkeeper deals with it well there. Aviles, now Che. Assessing his options, switching fields. Really good ball, just about on a dime for Rodriguez. Now Roberts played in behind here. Roberts towards the penalty area, has help to his right. Has Rodriguez. Has Rayo. And a chance for Bonilla. And it was just too far out in front. And it's out for a goal kick for Tormenta. It looks like we're going to head into our second half hydration break here with 15 minutes to play in the USL League One season. Still 1-1 between North Texas and South Georgia. Tormenta, Sean St. Jacques here with you. To take a look back at the goals for this one. It was a really strong opening goal from South Georgia. Tormenta. Neil Vignals with his 4th of the season. Oh, it's just fantastic, even the replay. Fantastic strike, goalkeeper couldn't keep it out. And then in the 47th minute, just at the start of the second half, Nicky Hernandez leveled the scoring for North Texas, and you felt like they were right back in it, not just in the game, but possibly in the race to get to the USL League One final. His 1st of the season, it couldn't have been timed up any better. However, the news from Omaha was not what North Texas needed. A win from Union Omaha in stoppage time. The goal from Evan Conway knocks out the champions, and we will have a new USL League One title winner. South Georgia Tormenta making a couple of changes there. Luca Bayer makes way. Well, we will see Lucas Coutinho for South Georgia. Devin Jamga will also come in as well. See there, Luca Meyer making way. Both substitutions brought to you by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Texas made a couple of changes as well. Colin Smith, Allison Dos Santos coming in. Alex Bruce will make way for Colin Smith. Alex Bruce, of course, has a bit of a minutes restriction dealing with an ab injury. Aviles controls for North Texas. Justin Shea would make way in the end there for Alessandro Dos Santos. Here's Bonilla for North Texas. It's a searching ball into the penalty area and a vital touch. Referee says it's a goal kick. Nearly fell for the goal scorer Hernandez. Vital touch defensively there to clear it. Such a good ball in by Bonilla. The ADVOCARE replay shows just nicked off as Reese Williams came up with a massive stop there, as North Texas was looking for the go-ahead goal here. Mujoma poked away by Hernandez to keep possession for North Texas, still in search of a winner. As the champions try to go out as winners on the final day of the League One season. Last off, North Texas out for a Tormenta throw. Hernandez nearly poked it away. Was successfully poked away by Rayo. Mujoma assessing his options. Now Cirillo for North Texas. Tormenta, they're also looking to finish the season strong. Tormenta could move all the way up to 5th if they get 3 points tonight. Currently sitting in 8th, just 2 points ahead. New England Revolution 2. Pressure put on by Rodriguez, and the back line controls. The Lars Eckenrode has been so crucial coming back into the lineup for Tormenta. You'd wonder where Tormenta would be. They didn't have some of the injuries they had, and if they'd moved Phelps to the front earlier in the season. Pressure comes on here. So it was initially Curtis Thorne putting the pressure on the back line for North Texas, and a crucial challenge, gets it out of the penalty area. Could fall here though for Abinwa. Touched out of there by Mujoma, who was all the way back defending, but again Tormenta win it back. Muller touched all the way back to Eckenrode. Played forward for Micheletto in good space potentially. His touch though may have let him down. And in the end, it's a goal kick. Really, really strong defending, really all the way around. Substitute Tristan Deloach in particular. Could have been a corner. Instead deflection off of Micheletto. It's a goal kick. Still could have fireworks at the end of this League One regular season, as both teams still in search of a winner. Offside is given against North Texas. Will go Tormenta's way. Seen some good stuff tonight from Arturo Rodriguez, of course, League One champion, MVP, Young Player of the Year in 2019. 10 assists, led the league, 8 goals, scored the winner in last year's final. North Texas won't get a chance to repeat the trick this year. Mexican international, younger brother David on the team as well, 16 years of age. It was one of the cooler stories. This side having brothers on the same side. Don't always see that in sports. It's a rare one. Even in soccer. Every once in a while in a World Cup or a major tournament, you do see it. Sometimes even on the opposite side, depending on the family makeup. Always great to see brothers on the same team. Both talented, of course, both of the Rodriguez brothers. David is on the bench tonight for North Texas. Haven't seen him yet. Here's Tormenta. And Marco Micheletto brought down for a free kick in front of his manager. Micheletto's second in chances created in League One, coming into the night with 35. Obviously coming back off the red card. Actually assisted the first goal in League One history. And had 8 goals last season to lead the team. Went to the University of Akron for his college soccer. The Zips, one of the best mascot names in all of collegiate athletics. Here's Micheletto. Searching ball into the penalty area. Aviles dropped it and it's cleared off the line by Mujoma. And it was a foul in the build-up anyway. Nearly dropped for a chance for Tormenta. Aviles should have done better with it. And I think in the end, to be fair to him, he was fouled. And I think that's what the referee called. Thought for a moment he had just dropped it, but it was the push that forced him to lose the ball. He had possession of it. It's great refereeing to spot it and call it. Here come North Texas the other way. Ball is centered there, had to be dealt with. It was a good ball in by Colin Smith, the substitute. Dealt with by Stefan Muller. It's a Michelob Ultra corner here with just over 5 minutes to play. And it comes towards the near post. Nearly fell for a chance. Tormenta might be a little lucky there to get it away as quickly as they did. And then it's flicked on deeper into the penalty area. Nobody there in particular for North Texas. And another chance goes begging. To be fair, the result in Union Omaha makes this result moot. However, North Texas have missed a number of opportunities to take the lead in this game. Specifically in the second half, the last 30 minutes or so, we've seen at least 3 or 4 really good chances, including 2 one-on-ones with the goalkeeper. Since the equalizer from Nicky Hernandez, we have not seen another goal yet. Although to be fair, both goals have been of immense quality. Ball played all the way back to Aviles in net for North Texas. Still 4.5 minutes to find a winner and end the regular season on a high note for one of these two teams. If they keep going on the trajectory they're going on, especially when it goes back to 4 teams next season, could be very much in the mix. Rodriguez finds Roberts. Did well to hold off Micheletto and wins a free kick in a dangerous area for North Texas. Rodriguez and Roberts over this. We're being told that this might be the last action of the game for Thomas Roberts. Might be substituted after this set piece. For the time being, he could have an opportunity to set up a chance. Just over 3 minutes to play in the final game of the League One season. Rodriguez will take it. It's a really good ball in. The header is down and it's saved by Hara at point blank range. Nearly the second for North Texas, and the goalkeeper of Aviles comes all the way out nearly to midfield to clear it away and stop a counterattack for Tormenta. Another look at it here. It's a really good ball in. Header was nearly perfect, just right at the goalkeeper. And another chance goes begging for the home side. Looks like another substitution upcoming here for North Texas. It is Thomas Roberts who makes way. Emmanuel Abigail will come in, the number 6. Substitution brought to you by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Let's take a look at Ian Cameron. He's been booked, actually. Was warned by the referee. He was frustrated with the last sequence, I believe, and the referee had a word with him during that last sequence. Goal kick for North Texas. Again, North Texas don't know that they've already been eliminated, so they are going to fight to the end here to try to find a winner. Bonilla. Lovely nutmeg there to find a teammate, Rodriguez. The goal scorer, Hernandez. Rayo for Hernandez. Touchdown for a throw-in on the far side. Jamga defensively there for Tormenta. Coming down towards the final minute of the 90. Abigail sets up a chance here potentially. Did it go out of play? Referee says yes, it did. And actually, it might have been offside. Assistant referee on the near side, spot on there. And the chance breaks down for North Texas. Harda just made a big save earlier to deny North Texas a go-ahead goal. Boots it forward. Micheletto, as Tormenta try to end the season on a high note. Cuts it back. Good defending, and actually Micheletto went in very late there. Fouled and is going to receive a booking for the challenge, and I think rightfully so. Maybe got a little frustrated as you take a look at the ADVOCARE replay. Lost it and then went in, didn't get any of the ball, and fouled the defender there, Bonilla. So Marco Micheletto into the referee's book as we head into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time presented by ADVOCARE. Final 5 minutes of this USL League One regular season. Could we still have fireworks at the end of this one? Tormenta come forward here. Through the middle it went, and it was a crucial touch. Defensively, Edwin Cirillo made sure it didn't get all the way through. Now North Texas come back the other way. And Hernandez misinterpreted the situation. Kept possession though. Here's Colin Smith. Chops it back onto his right boot. The cross was deflected and then cleared away. Cleared only as far as Bonilla. Moved forward onto the far side for Rodriguez. I should say Hernandez, now Rodriguez. McGuire assesses his options. Hernandez finds Rodriguez, back to Hernandez, and it was crucially tipped away by Reese Williams. And it's another corner for North Texas. Fantastic build-up play, lovely give and go. It was how they scored their first goal. And they nearly got the second from a similar pattern. Another Michelob Ultra corner, in it comes. And the header is down, and it's gonna be flashed wide and out for a goal kick. One of the perks of not knowing where you stand. North Texas fighting as though they still have a chance of making it to the final. Although if you're just tuning in, it is going to be Union Omaha who are going to the USL League One final on Friday night, 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes. They will take on Greenville Triumph, who finished first this season on 35 points in the USL League One table. Does North Texas, the outgoing champions, have one last memorable moment in them? Rodriguez. Smith. All the way to Aviles, who came out all the way to half midfield earlier to stop a Tormenta counterattack. It's a good thing he did, or Tormenta could have been in. Can North Texas find an opportunity here? And it's just out of the reach of Edwin Mujoma. We have 2 minutes left here in Arlington.
Same here, thanks.
Deflected as Obinwa went in there for Tormenta. And Aviles deals with it for North Texas. Again, North Texas needed 3 points tonight regardless. However, Union Omaha's win in stoppage time makes it a moot point. Puts them in the final. Foul appeals way back on the Tormenta side of midfield. Ball was played forward. Referee's going to bring it back for the challenge. Arturo Rodriguez not happy. Obinwa is the player who's still down after the challenge for Tormenta. Another look at it. The foul was made after the ball was kicked. Yep, the boot goes up. It's Nkosi Burgess, who nearly scored the go-ahead goal earlier in this second half. He is going to be booked for that challenge. One last story to leave you with on the South Georgia side of things. We talked with Ian Cameron earlier this week, and he put it into perspective for us. He wasn't sure, obviously, as you see the confirmation of the card for Burgess, that this season was going to happen. He was looking for other jobs before this USL League One season was announced and coming back. He was obviously has a financial background, economics and education background, was looking for a job possibly at the Amazon warehouse, short-term maybe as a Walmart distribution manager. In the end, he said, you know what? That's what it looked like a few months ago, a little bit longer than that. He said, you know what? We're just happy to be playing. We're just happy to be here doing what we love. And despite the result for both teams, the way it's gone down tonight, obviously, especially for North Texas, it's really amazing the USL League One has been able to complete this season, and we will have the final on October 30th. One last chance for fireworks here, and it's into the back of the net for North Texas. Well, he's missed chances tonight, but Edwin Mujoma gives the champions the win on the final night of their reign in USL League One. They may not make the final, but the champions do what they have to do on the final night. They win it at the death through Edwin Mujoma. Route 1 again does the trick for North Texas, and they may not leave as champions, but they leave as winners on the final night of the USL League One season. What a moment as he reminds everyone of his name. He had missed so many opportunities, 2 one-on-one chances for Mujoma earlier in the match, but he finds the back of the net when it matters most, and North Texas will win it in added time. And it's the 3rd time tonight a team has scored in stoppage time. Incredible. What a moment for North Texas. Imagine, I hate to say it, but imagine if Union Omaha would have dropped points. The moment would have been even greater. But you have to still appreciate the championship fight from North Texas tonight. Just when it looked like they wouldn't get the result they needed, they do. In the end, it's still Union Omaha that go through, but the fight that North Texas has shown as on their final night as champions is frankly remarkable. As you see there, Mujoma is booked for taking his shirt off in the celebrations, but in the end, as it stands, he's given North Texas the win on the final night, but there's still moments left here for South Georgia. Ball's out of play. It's still a Tormenta throw-in as we are well past the 5 added minutes. Referee will stop play here, it looks like. Well, Richmond fell to Chattanooga in stoppage time. Marky Hernandez in the 90th minute scored the winner. It was Evan Conway for Union Omaha in stoppage time to send Union Omaha to the League One final. And now tonight, in the final game, Edwin Mujoma, as it stands, has done it for North Texas. Meanwhile, while we have this stoppage here, Ian Cameron, who we just talked about earlier, has been sent off, and we're told that Eric Quill has been sent off. And an assistant coach as well. So let me just recap that. Ian Cameron, who by the way was warned earlier on the sideline, kept complaining during that last sequence. He was sent off. Then Eric Quill, the North Texas coach, was sent off as well. And on top of that, one of his assistant coaches for North Texas sent off on top of all of that. So after the fireworks, there's more fireworks off the field in stoppage time as we now enter the 100th minute. And by the way, after the last game for North Texas between them and Forward Madison went into 100 minutes for the first time in league history, they enter the 100th minute again and nearly are able to give it up, but this time they clear it, and this time they win it. Well, what a finish to this game. North Texas in the end does win. They do their part. They do the job. They get the 3 points. However, it's not enough, and Union Omaha will go to the final on Friday night against Greenville. But what a performance by the champions to turn it around in the second half. It started with this man, Dominic Hernandez, who's our Globe Life man of the match. He scored the leveler early in the second half, and in the end, Edwin Mujoma scores the winner deep into added time to give the champions a win on their final night of the regular season. What a night in North Texas. It finishes North Texas 2, South Georgia Tormenta 1, and that will be the final on ESPN Plus, ESPN Deportes, and Sirius XM on October 30th. It's Greenville and Union Omaha. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from Arlington.
Sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's ADVOCARE Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof. Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you, wrapping things up at the USL League One regular season. Full time here in Arlington, North Texas Soccer Club 2, South Georgia Tormenta FC 1. What a thrilling end to the USL League One regular season. It doesn't go the way that North Texas wanted. They get the win, but Union Omaha's win puts Union Omaha into the finals. We take a look at the full-time highlights brought to you by ADVOCARE. It was South Georgia Tormenta, should say the save of the match, pardon me, brought to you by Chase. We start with that, and it was a really good save by Carlos Aviles. That's where we start things off here as we wrap things up. Aviles made a couple of big saves tonight for North Texas, and that's a worthy one. It was very early in the game, and it was big in the end as North Texas come away 2-1 winners. Here are the ADVOCARE full-time highlights. We start in the 15th minute. South Georgia Tormenta got off to a really good start. Gomez was able to feed Luca Meyer for a big chance. He scored. However, it was ruled back for offsides. Very, very tight margins on that call. It was brought back in the end. No goal decided by the assistant referee on the near side. Then North Texas started to grow into the game. Lovely cross in for Nicky Hernandez, and the save was made in the end by the goalkeeper, Pablo Jara. Here's the opening goal from Tormenta right on halftime. Neil Vignals, he was fouled. He also stepped up and scored a brilliant goal to give Tormenta the lead and really put North Texas up against the ropes. However, the champions would come back swinging. Nicky Hernandez, a lovely give and go, scores the goal to level it up in the 47th minute. It was 1-1 at the time. It was very much game on, and North Texas were very much still in the fight for the last spot in the USL League One final. 52nd minute, thought for a moment that North Texas would take the lead. Mujoma was in behind, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he skied it over the top and couldn't hit the target. Just 2 minutes later, Vignals lost it in the midfield. Thomas Roberts did a fantastic job slashing past one, pushing past another. He was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, couldn't quite get past the third defender who slid in, made the vital challenge. There were some penalty appeals. It was waved away by the referee. 88th minute, free kick. Arturo Rodriguez nearly found Burgess coming back on the back post, but his header was saved. It was right at the goalkeeper Jara's chest, and he was able to punch it away. 90+6th minute, the moment for North Texas to go out with a bang as champions on the final day. Almost exactly how they set up the penalty in the last match. Burgess to Mujoma, and the injury time winner into the back of the net in Arlington for North Texas. And again, they don't leave as champions, but they leave as winners, and they leave 6 games unbeaten to finish the regular season. Let's take a look at the Chase full-time highlights here. 22 shots to 9 in favor of North Texas. Possession a little bit less than it was at halftime, but still dominated by the home side. 9 shots to 2 on target. Tormenta, despite only scoring the 1 goal, held their own in the first half, but it was all North Texas in the second half on the way to a win to finish the regular season. Well, there was drama throughout on the final night of the USL League One regular season. Richmond lost, opening up the door for Union Omaha and for North Texas. North Texas fell behind and recovered to win, but Union Omaha will go to the title game. In the end, the injury time winner for North Texas wins it, but they're dethroned as champions. For Brian Sevilla, our producer, and our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Arlington. North Texas wins it.
Telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the